Alright, we're moving into episode 39 here, and unlike the Rise of Ultron level, which we pretty much did in one video, we're going to be splitting the Fall of Ultron, or Ultron Undone, as I think the official title of the level is. We'll be doing that in sort of the more normal format, about 2 parts at a time. Because one thing that this level has that the last level didn't have is a transition phase. So here we are in the Sokovia hub world with Captain America and Quicksilver, and we've got to run around and we've got to go and find some civilians to save. Right, no need for us to go up over that ramp. We can just go around that hole. I'm not sure we're going to figure that out. Here's a super combo move between Captain America and Quicksilver. Yeah. So, we just walk around that hall, right? Just walk around it. So what do? I go find a car. Okay, that's not a car. That's a space Quinjet. That's going to take us to space. So now we go an alternate route, which allows us to skip the big hole by just causing more problems here. Okay, so we've got this one person who's evidently so important that they've got an Ultron chariot watching them. They've got a whole squad of Ultron guys up there with them. And what we need to do is break some things in order to... Another combo move between Quicksilver and Captain America. You need to break some things in order to build some stuff. Normal Lego rules here. Alright, so we're going to build this ramp for Quicksilver here, and you're gonna have to get on the ramp, buddy. There we go. Alright, and so he blows up that satellite dish, which allows us to build more stuff. In this case, a Captain America deflection point. And so now Captain America can finally deflect the chariot's firepower and knock it out of the sky. Assuming that our aim is right. Hard to tell sometimes if our aim is right, but eventually it takes enough hits to fall down, get a few bricks, but there's also something else to build here. Try to break that rubble, doesn't let me do it. Okay, so we build a trampoline, which allows that one person to escape, and also causes all their Ultron guards to follow us. And there goes a lifeboat taking people to the helicarrier. Helicarrier arrived in a cutscene that we didn't see at the end of the last video, and is going to be very important to what happens in the second part of this video. Alright, so we're working our way back around to where we would have been had we just walked around the hole, as opposed to completely avoiding it. See, another lifeboat has arrived. What I need to do is I need to get Cap to put out that fire. And it'd be nice if I could get away from these Ultron guys long enough to do that. Here we go. All right, put out that part of the fire. We need to put out the rest of the fire because it's still smoldering, and while it's doing that, it's still hot to the touch. It could still hurt us. Okay, and now that we have put out the fire over that rubble, we can do something with it. Or we could jump into the flames and die, which is also a possibility. Okay, you can see I'm using lots of Captain America's super moves here just because I'm trying to get through. Another thing to build, based on its color, it's another Quicksilver boost pad. So here we go. And that breaks open the front of this building and now leads us to a little puzzle that we need to complete in order to get someone else out. And this little puzzle also is going to require us to build some more stuff. So I'm trying to get Quicksilver over to the build area because he will build faster than the normal character. And we've opened the garage door here. And now another civilian has reached safety. So we're going to... It's quite an impressive jump, too. So now we're going to be in... Geez, you have to look right into the sun. Okay, so now we've only got one person left to find. The Sokovia hub world is not very large. And you'll get more sense of that when we come back here in free play. We've got one more guy to rescue, and there's the boat landing for him. And our pal here is trapped in an elevator. So we're going to have to get up that. Right, so as you can imagine, we're going to have to break some stuff and hope that it provides us some building materials to get up. Of course, I noticed this ramp over here. I thought, okay, where does this go? Interestingly, it doesn't give me access to it. So, ignore it, move around to the side of the building, and then here's this fruit stand. So we get Cap to jump over the fruit stand and up onto top of the thing here, and then there's an acrobat area where we can use Cap. So let's do that as soon as we throw this Ultron guy away using the Captain America Winter Soldier fight combo. And yes, we could have used Quicksilver there, but it's just better that we did it with Cap because we had a shield switch up here, and Quicksilver does not have, obviously, Captain America's shield. Alright, and so that frees the final person that we need to save, and so we can finally get out of this transition element after about 9 minutes and into the level Ultron Undone proper. And so, things are going to get quiet, then we're going to see our normal level entry intro screen. There's Shiblo. And Sokovia has some interesting architecture. I mean, this is clearly Eastern Orthodox inspired. Probably a little Russian Orthodox inspired too. Stuff in this church. Alright, so now the helicarrier is coming under attack by Ultron guys. And so we're going to send Colonel Rhodes after him. So in this part of the level, you have the option to be either Iron Man in the Mark 45 suit, which is the first time you can use the Mark 45, or Colonel Rhodes in the straight-up War Machine armor. Now, unlike LEGO Marvel Superheroes, this version of the War Machine armor is actually newer than the Iron Patriot armor, so I guess technically it's better, but, you know, it doesn't have any different powers than the Iron Patriot armor had. But of course, the reason I'm being War Machine here in this flying section is because I do get that gun to shoot at enemies with. So this is sort of in some ways, this is a repeat of the Baron von Strucker level, but this time I have a slightly better equipped suit for this. So I wasn't exactly sure what I was supposed to be doing. Then the game basically tells you that you need to bring these injured lifeboats onto the helicarrier. So there's the first one. Now, we're also collecting studs at this point. So anytime we blow up something, yeah, I think that's helping our stud count. But we're going to be pushing these lifeboats in, and it's not a particularly quick process. No matter how much you mash the B button, the lifeboats just aren't going to move that fast. Which should make some sense because, you know, you're only one person trying to push these things. Alright, so here we go. War Machine getting the third lifeboat to safety. And then we've got another stretch with two more of these. And again, I got no problem flying around blowing stuff up as Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes. Now, in the Civil War DLC for this game, there is an alternate cost. Well, there's another James Rhodes suit, but I like this one better because I don't really like the red eyes on the War Machine suit in the DLC. Makes him look a little too villainous for me. And with that note, I'll see you next time.